Welcome back to Houston Live. KPRC2 is teaming up with the Galveston Bay Estuary Program to raise awareness about their efforts to protect our local bays, bayous, and estuaries. Of course, this is all for future generations.
And from Houston to Galveston, they work closely with local organizations on important initiatives like the upcoming River, Lakes, Bays, and Bayous Trash Bash. It is the largest waterway cleanup in Texas, held annually for more than 30 years, and it's all about keeping the Galveston Bay watershed healthy.
Okay, so for more on how you can help, we have some special guests in Studio B. Kendall Guidros, Trash Bash Regional Coordinator and Senior Planner at Houston-Galveston Area Council, along with Liz Fazio. You are with the Texas Conservation Fund and the CEO of the Gulf Coast Authority. Welcome to Studio B.
Thank y'all for having us.
Okay, this is an important cause. Let's start with you, Kendall, because this is the largest cleanup in the state. There's a lot of state to cover. How is that even possible?
Right, so it's the largest single-day waterway cleanup. So there's a little caveat in there, but we have 14 sites across the Galveston Bay watershed, so all across, spanning from Bastrop Bayou over to Galveston County and up into Houston. So we cover a lot of area, and with those multiple sites.
And Liz Fazio-Hale, the numbers really speak for themselves. So since 1994, in looking at all of the items removed, more than 2,500 tons of trash removed from our waterways. This is pretty staggering. I mean, it's great to see an army of volunteers getting out there. When you first got involved, were you surprised at just how polluted the waterways are?
Yes, and actually, year after year, you know, we have more pollution after rain or storm events, but year after year, as long as we're getting out there, our goal is really to have less trash each year. So 2,500 tons, for those who don't know, is more than 5 million pounds. So again, because we're effective each year, we look to reduce that amount each year that we pick up.
And are you seeing results like year over year? Are you seeing that there's less pollution out there?
We do. Minus the year of COVID, because we weren't out there, and then the next year was virtual. So we had an increase in trash the following couple of years, but on average, we see reductions year after year.
So this is something where the numbers are going down. I gotta tell you, as just a citizen of the city, that's a relief in itself, because I'm one of these people, if I see trash, it's like almost infuriating. So how do you keep the messaging positive for people to like focus on, okay, this is something we can all actually help with?
Right, so at Trash Bash, we try and go beyond just being a single day cleanup. We have education at each of our sites to talk about where that litter comes from. You know, it comes not from the cleanup itself, but it comes throughout all of the area. When it rains, it washes to those sites. So we talk about things they can do at the event where they can reduce litter throughout the year.
We're seeing photos of these illegally dumped tires, and we understand this is a common item you find.
Yes, since the year 2000, when we started recording tires, we have removed over 12,400 tires from just our cleanup sites. So yes.
Wow.
That is incredible. What other things have you found that are really, that people might be surprised to hear about?
Well, I think Derek mentioned earlier there was a steering wheel in one of the pictures. We tend to find a lot of waterlogged toys and things like that, a lot of debris, but also just a lot of common items that you see everywhere when you see litter: plastic water bottles, tires, silverware, things like that.
My goodness. And for people who see this and who are frustrated and want to get involved and do something about it, they can mark their calendars for the Trash Bash. It's coming up Saturday, March 29th. It begins at 8 a.m. What do people need to do in advance? Is there a registration process?
Yes, so if they go to the Trash Bash website, which is trashbash.org, you can find all of the information on the 14 sites, on the event in general, and each site has its own unique registration link where they can go find information and put down that their family or their organization wants to go and participate.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Okay, and I see you guys have set up a little game for us. Liz, Kendall, what are we going to be fishing today?
Yes, so this is our Fish Me from the Watershed game. It's one of the displays we have at the event. It talks about those common items people pick up and how they should have gotten rid of them so that they weren't litter in the first place. So if you want to pick something up.
Okay, I've got something.
Yes, so this is a tire. As we mentioned, tires are a big item that we pick up. They're illegally dumped all over the area. So how do you think people should really get rid of their tires? So the options we discuss with folks are putting it in the trash, recycling it, reducing it or reusing it.
Well, couldn't it be reduce, reuse, recycle? Because aren't old tires turned into playgrounds often, or turf for track?
Exactly. So recycling is a big way. You can take them not necessarily in your single stream recycling, but at several stores or vendors will take tires back, sometimes for a small fee, and those can be then recycled into other items. You
Yes.
can also
There you
reuse them, tire swings or something like that.
And it makes way more sense than dumping it into a waterway. I mean, it's still staggering to
Yeah,
me that people do that.
That last one doesn't make sense.
Okay, this is paint. So this is a commonly found item.
We do tend to find paint cans out there, yes.
Wow. Okay, but there are proper like hazardous waste disposal centers for things
Yes,
like paint.
and that is exactly right. So you don't necessarily want to just put it in the trash. You want to take it to a household hazardous waste facility so it can properly be disposed of.
There's not one. There's one not far from KPRC2, by the way, off the Southwest Freeway.
Okay, this looks like a really common thing we see everywhere. Water bottles.
Yes, so plastic water bottles. How could you keep that from being littered?
You can
Shouldn't these
recycle.
recycle? Yeah, shouldn't these go in recycle?
So recycling is very easy. This is also one of the easiest items to reduce and reuse. So reuse it if you use a plastic, or reduce it by using metal or just reusable water bottles.
Okay, we're tight on time, but I have pulled out a fork and spoon. So these are often made of stainless steel. Recyclable?
Stainless steel might be, but the plasticware is not, and that's a key factor. We don't want to mess up our recycling machinery and systems. So unfortunately, you can reduce the use of those, but otherwise you want to put them in the trash.
Oh my goodness. Well, and luckily we have more and more options that are made from corn and compostable. We are making progress in this world. Ladies, thanks so much for stopping by.
That's right.
Thank you.
We had Kendall Gidrose and we had Liz Fazio. Thank you so much. And again, to participate in the 31st annual River Lakes, Bays and Bayous Trash Bash, all you have to do is visit trashbash.org.